I thought 14 and 12 Wrestling episode 14, Chaos Unleashed. The show begins with a high-energy montage of highlights from the recent house shows, set to a live performance by the Drop 9 Teens playing Winona. The audience sees clips of title changes, intense matches, and the overall chaos that has been reigning supreme in Fort 12 wrestling. As the song concludes, the camera pans to the commentary table with Pauly Shore, Mr. Feeney, Elvira, and special guest Jim Ross. Dudes, it's been totally wild, and tonight's going to be even crazier. Mr. Feeney. Indeed, Pauly. Let's dive into tonight's action-packed show. The camera fades into Mr. Feeney in the center of the ring, microphone in hand, ready to address the audience. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of 1412 Wrestling. As you all know, some championships changed hands on our European tour, and tonight we're back to our regularly scheduled chaos. Let's recap our current champions. The screen displays the current champions. Current champions: World Champion, Bars, Tag Team Champions, Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Competitive Eating Champion, Joey Tribbiani, Laser Gun Surfing Battle Champion, Psycrow, Divas Champion, Lady Gaga, Sword Fighting Champion, Lady Gaga, Mr. Feeney. It's interesting to note that Woody and Buzz Lightyear somehow won the Tag Team Championships in Europe despite having a massive issue with each other. Tonight we'll see how they managed to coexist as champions. The camera transitions to a pre-taped segment showing Pauly Shore finally convincing Elvira to agree to go on a date with him. All right, Pauly, you've worn me down. I'll go on a date with you, but you better make it worth my while. Dude, this is going to be epic. You won't regret it, I promise. Opening segment, the show opens with a high-energy montage of highlights from the recent house shows, set to a live performance by the Drop 9 Teens playing Winona. The audience sees clips of title changes, intense matches, and the overall chaos that has been reigning supreme in 1412 wrestling. As the song concludes, the camera pans to the commentary table with Pauly Shore, Mr. Feeney, Elvira, and special guest Jim Ross. Dudes, it's been totally wild, and tonight's going to be even crazier. Mr. Feeney. Indeed, Pauly. Let's dive into tonight's action-packed show. Segment 1. The camera transitions to the ring where the first match is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Middlesex, Virginia, Donnie Darko. The crowd gives a mild reaction as Donnie Darko makes his entrance, looking focused and ready for the match. And his opponent, from Acme Acres, Plucky Duck. Plucky Duck makes his entrance, trying to hype up the crowd, but the audience remains largely silent, showing little interest in either competitor. The referee explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the match to begin. The bell rings and the match is underway. All right, dudes, let's see what these guys can do. Hopefully, they can win the crowd over. The match proceeds with Donnie Darko and Plucky Duck exchanging basic wrestling moves and holds. Despite their efforts, the crowd remains silent, showing little interest in the action. Jim Ross. These two are giving it their all, but the crowd just isn't responding. Sometimes it takes a bit more to capture the audience's attention. After a few minutes of back-and-forth action, Donnie Darko hits Plucky Duck with a surprise suplex, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, Donnie Darko. The crowd gives a polite but subdued reaction as Donnie Darko stands victorious, his arm raised by the referee. Plucky Duck rolls out of the ring looking disappointed. Well, that was something. Congrats to Donnie Darko. Let's hope the next match gets the crowd more excited. Donnie Darko with the win, but we'll see if he can keep the momentum going in future matches. The camera captures the silent and indifferent crowd as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience at home wondering what surprises and chaos await in the rest of the show. Segment 2. Elvira leaves and chaos ensues. The camera transitions back to the commentary table, where Elvira is seen preparing to leave for her date with Pauly Shore. Well, gentlemen, it's been a wild night, but I've got a date to get ready for. Mr. Feeney, Jim Ross, you two handle things from here. Enjoy your evening, Elvira. We'll manage just fine. Have a great time, Elvira. We'll keep the action going. Elvira waves to the camera and heads backstage, leaving Mr. Feeney and Jim Ross to handle commentary for the rest of the night. The camera then transitions to a brief commercial break. Commercial break. After the break, the show returns with the tape of the week, a highlight reel showing Corey and Sean the tag team championships in Europe to Woody and Buzz, thanks to Topanga's interference against Corey. The crowd reacts with boos and cheers as they watch the footage. It was a shocking turn of events in Europe, with Topanga playing a pivotal role in the outcome. Ross, Topanga's interference cost Corey and Sean the titles. You can bet they'll be looking for payback. The camera then cuts back to the arena, where Pauly Shore is seen heading up the ramp, getting ready for his date with Elvira. The cameras follow him backstage, capturing the anticipation and excitement. Backstage, debuting Cliff O'Malley is seen acting wild and out of control. He bursts into song, drawing attention to himself. Cliff O'Malley. My name is Cliff, brother of Joe. I got me some crack. I want me some hose. Just then, chaos erupts as Tyrannosatan makes a shocking return. The monstrous creature storms through the backstage area, causing mayhem and terror. He quickly devours several staff members and 3 roster members, Doug Funny, Patty Mayonnaise, and Cliff O'Malley. Jim Ross. My God, Tyrannosatan is back. He's tearing through everyone in sight. This is absolute chaos. We need help back there. The camera then cuts to Pauly Shore, who is seen setting up his date with Elvira. However, moments later, police officers arrive and arrest him for an unpaid parking ticket. Pauly Shore, you're under arrest for an unpaid parking ticket. Dude, this can't be happening. I have a date. As Pauly is taken away, the camera cuts to Elvira, who is already headed to the date location during the commercial break, unaware of the situation. I can't believe Pauly blew me off. What a disappointment. The camera captures Elvira's frustration and disappointment as she waits alone. Looks like Pauly's in some serious trouble, folks. The camera then transitions back to Mr. Feeney and Jim Ross at the commentary table. Mr. Feeney, what a tragedy we've just witnessed. Tyrannosatan's rampage backstage was horrifying, and now Pauly's in police custody. It's been an eventful night, to say the least. Let's hope things calm down as we continue with the show. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with shock and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 3, Tag Team Match, The Headbangers versus Mulder and Scully. The camera transitions back to the main arena, where the ring is set for the next match. The crowd is buzzing with anticipation as the competitors prepare for the tag team match. Announcer, ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers. The crowd gives a mix of cheers and boos as the Headbangers make their entrance, looking pumped and ready for action. And their opponents from the FBI, Fox Mulder, and Dana Scully. The crowd reacts with loud cheers as Mulder and Scully make their entrance, looking determined and ready to take on the Headbangers. Mr. Feeney. This should be an interesting matchup. Let's see if Mulder and Scully can handle the chaos of the Headbangers. It's going to be a wild one, folks. Let's see who comes out on top. The referee explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the match to begin. The bell rings and the intense tag team match is underway. From the start, the Headbangers use their tag team experience to their advantage, isolating Mulder and working him over with quick tags and double team moves. Mulder tries to fight back, but Mosh and Thrasher's relentless assault keeps him grounded. The Headbangers are really taking it to Mulder. They've got the upper hand here. Mulder needs to make a tag to Scully if they want to stay in this match. Mulder eventually manages to break free and tag in Scully, who comes in with a burst of energy, taking down both Mosh and Thrasher with quick, precise strikes. However, the numbers game soon catches up, and the headbangers regain control. The match reaches its climax as Mosh and Thrasher set up their double-team finisher on Mulder. They execute the move flawlessly, and Mosh goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Here are your winners, the headbangers. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos as the headbangers stand victorious, celebrating their hard-fought win. Gym headbangers with a big victory tonight. They showed their experience and teamwork. A tough loss for Mulder and Scully, but they put up a good fight. Suddenly, the lights dim and Santa Claus returns, descending from above on his sleigh, led by his reindeer. The crowd erupts into cheers as Santa grabs a microphone. Ho, 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 I'm back, and I vow revenge on Jim Duggan for what he did to me. Duggan, you're on my naughty list, and you're gonna pay. And as for you, Goldar, you're next. The crowd cheers loudly, but their excitement quickly turns to panic as Scott Steiner's tigers run through the crowd and attack Santa's reindeer, causing chaos and fear. What the hell is this? Steiner's tigers are attacking Santa's reindeer. This is pandemonium. Someone needs to get control of this situation. The lights suddenly go out, plunging the arena into darkness. When they come back on, a mysterious figure known as Some Guy is standing in the ring with everyone around him knocked out. What in the world? Who is this guy? Everyone's down, Mr. Feeney. Some Guy has made a shocking appearance. This night just keeps getting crazier. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 4, Chaos in the Ring. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is filled with the aftermath of the previous chaos. Bodies are scattered around the ring, and the atmosphere is tense. Suddenly, the Ninja Turtles theme music hits, and the crowd erupts into cheers as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles storm the ring, looking determined. All right, 1412 Wrestling, we've had enough! We're here to announce that we're suing for merchandise royalties. Yeah, you've been using our likeness without permission, and we want our cut. It's time to pay up. Totally, dudes. We're not leaving until we get what's ours. The crowd is buzzing with excitement and curiosity as the Turtles stand in the ring, ready to take on 1412 Wrestling. Suddenly, Bars's music hits, and he makes his entrance, smoking a boiled egg and looking unimpressed. Bars, you Turtles want a piece of me? Step into the ring or take it to court. Either way, I'm ready. The Turtles look at each other, momentarily considering Bars's challenge. However, they decide to back down, promising legal action instead. Leonardo, this isn't over, Bars. We'll see you in court. As the Turtles start to leave the ring, Scott Steiner ambushes Bars from behind, attacking him viciously. The crowd reacts with boos as Steiner continues his assault. Bars, however, makes a strong comeback, fighting off Steiner and delivering a devastating Steiner screwdriver on the ramp, leaving Steiner motionless. My God, Bars just gave Steiner a taste of his own medicine. Suddenly, Michelangelo climbs to the top rope and performs a big dive, laying out Bars and yelling, "Cowabunga!" The crowd goes wild at the unexpected move. Cowabunga, dude! The inventor of boiled eggs then makes his entrance, doing an unnecessary flip before delivering a simple stomp to Bars. The crowd reacts with a mix of confusion and excitement. What is the inventor of boiled eggs doing here? Mr. Feeney? It's absolute chaos in the ring. As if things couldn't get any crazier, boiled eggs begin to fall from the ceiling, further angering Bars. Despite the assault, Bars stands up, seemingly oblivious to pain, and knocks out the inventor of boiled eggs with one powerful punch. The crowd erupts into cheers. You think you can stop me with boiled eggs? Think again. Bars is unstoppable. What a display of strength and resilience. This night has been nothing short of chaotic, and it's far from over. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as Bars stands tall in the ring, the bodies of his adversaries scattered around him. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 Wrestling. Segment 5, Divas Championship match, Lady Gaga C versus Swift. Special referee, Ariana Grande. The camera transitions back to the arena, where the ring is set for the Divas Championship match. The crowd is buzzing with excitement as the competitors prepare for the intense showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 14-12 Divas Championship. Introducing first, the special guest referee, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande makes her entrance, receiving a mix of cheers and boos from the crowd. She steps into the ring, ready to officiate the match. Introducing the challenger, from Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift makes her entrance, the crowd cheering loudly for her. She steps into the ring looking determined and ready to reclaim the title. And her opponent, accompanied by Topanga Lawrence from New York City, the reigning and defending 14-12 Divas champion, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga makes her dramatic entrance, accompanied by Topanga Lawrence. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos as Gaga steps into the ring holding the Divas Championship belt high. Mr. Feeney. This should be an intense match. Let's see if Taylor Swift can overcome the odds and reclaim the title. Jim Ross. With Ariana Grande as the special referee, anything can happen. Let's see how this plays out. The referee, Ariana Grande, explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the match to begin. The bell rings and the intense Divas Championship match is underway. From the start, Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift exchange powerful blows and impressive moves, each trying to gain the upper hand. The crowd is fully engaged, cheering and reacting to every move. Jim Ross. Both of these competitors are giving it their all. What a match. Swift is determined to reclaim the title, but Gaga's resilience is impressive. As the match reaches its climax, Lady Gaga hits Taylor Swift with her finisher, the Fame Monster. Gaga goes for the pin, and Ariana Grande makes a suspiciously fast count. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, and still the 14-12 Divas champion, Lady Gaga. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Lady Gaga stands victorious, holding the Divas Championship belt high. Ariana Grande then reveals herself as Gaga's new protege before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Jim Ross. What a shocking turn of events. Ariana Grande is Gaga's new protege. This alliance spells trouble for the rest of the division. Post-match, Corey Matthews and Sean Hunter come to the top of the stage to confront Topanga, who walks up the ramp toward them. Corey pleads with her to work things out. Topanga, we need to talk. Please, let's work this out. Before anything can be said, Nikki Bella runs down the ramp and tackles Topanga off the stage, sending both of them crashing through a table below. The crowd erupts into loud gasps and cheers at the shocking moment. My God, Nikki Bella just took out Topanga! This is absolute chaos. Someone get help out here. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as EMTs rush to the scene to tend to Topanga and Nikki Bella. Corey and Sean look on in shock and concern as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 14-12 wrestling. Segment 6, Hulk Hogan ambushed by Iron Sheik and Gary Busey. The camera transitions to a backstage area where Hulk Hogan is seen politicking for a title shot. He is passionately explaining to an official why he deserves another opportunity at the World Championship. Listen, brother, I've given my blood, sweat, and tears for this business. I deserve another shot at the title, and the Hulkamaniacs want to see it too, dude. Suddenly, a golf cart comes speeding into the frame, driven recklessly by Iron Sheik and Gary Busey. Both are clearly intoxicated, holding bottles of Jägermeister and laughing maniacally. Iron Sheik, Hogan, you jabroni, you will never get another title shot. Gary Busey, this golf cart is faster than your wrestling career, Hogan. The golf cart crashes into Hogan, knocking him to the ground. Iron Sheik and Gary Busey jump out and start beating him down, leaving him battered and humiliated. Hogan struggles to get up, his face twisted in pain and frustration. Hulk Hogan, this doesn't work for me, brother. Just then, the random kid managed by Bobby Heenan comes into frame. The kid looks around mischievously before kicking the cameraman in the balls. The camera shakes and falls to the ground, capturing the kid's face as he picks it up. Look what I can do. The kid then turns the camera to Bobby Heenan, who smirks confidently. The kid wants his title shot. The camera cuts back to the commentary table, where Mr. Feeney and Jim Ross look completely baffled by the audacity of the kid and Bobby Heenan. I am absolutely baffled at the audacity of this kid. What on earth is Bobby Heenan even thinking? This is just getting out of hand, folks. We need some order around here. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere backstage, with Hogan still struggling on the ground, Iron Sheik and Gary Busey celebrating their ambush, and the random kid holding the camera triumphantly. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with shock and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 7, Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship, Psychro, C versus Marvin the Martian. The camera transitions to a pre-match face-to-face interview between the competitors, conducted by the Noid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this face-to-face interview before our Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship match. Let's hear from our competitors. First, the challenger, Marvin the Martian. Psychro, your defeat is imminent. My superior Martian technology will outclass you. The Noid. And now the champion, Psychro. Marvin, you may have your Martian gadgets, but my laser gun surfing skills are unmatched. Prepare to be outgunned and outmaneuvered. There you have it, folks. Let's see who will come out on top in this epic showdown. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship. The crowd is buzzing with excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Mars, Marvin the Martian. The crowd gives a mix of cheers and boos as Marvin the Martian makes his entrance, looking confident and determined. And his opponent from the Galactic Intergalactic League, the reigning and defending 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Champion, Psychro. The crowd reacts with loud cheers as Psychro makes his entrance, holding the championship belt high. He steps into the ring, ready to defend his title. This is going to be an exciting match. Both competitors are highly skilled and anything can happen. I agree, Mr. Feeney. Let's see who can come out on top in this battle of laser gun surfing. The referee explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the match to begin. The bell rings and the intense laser gun surfing battle championship match is underway. From the start, Psychro and Marvin the Martian display their impressive skills, using their laser guns and surfing abilities to try and gain the upper hand. The crowd is fully engaged, cheering and reacting to every move. These two are giving it everything they've got. What a match. Mr. Feeney, both Psychro and Marvin are showing incredible athleticism and strategy. As the match reaches its climax, Psychro uses his laser gun surfing skills to outmaneuver Marvin and secure the win. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner and still the 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Champion, Psychro. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Psychro stands victorious, holding the championship belt high. Psychro retains the title. What an incredible match. Mr. Feeney, Psychro proved once again why he is the champion. Post-match, Earthworm Jim is seen high above in the rafters. Suddenly, he drops a cow onto Psychro, causing chaos in the ring. What in the world? Earthworm Jim just dropped a cow onto Psychro. As the chaos continues, Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes out, grabbing a microphone. Santa Claus is fake, folks. My fans don't need a fat guy in red. We got 2x4. Oh! Suddenly, Mike Tyson, accompanied by a group of pigeons, makes his entrance. The crowd reacts with excitement and confusion. I'm here to challenge the Pirates and Hippos in the rafters to a battle royal boxing match right now. The crowd erupts as the Pirates and Hippos descend from the rafters, ready for the impromptu battle royal boxing match. The match is chaotic and intense, with Tyson delivering knockout punches left and right. This is Absolute madness. Tyson is taking on everyone, Mr. Feeney. I've never seen anything like this. In the end, Mike Tyson stands victorious, having knocked out all the pirates and hippos. The crowd goes wild, cheering for Tyson. Who's the champ now? That's right, it's Iron Mike. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 8. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the next segment. Scott Steiner's music hits, and the crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos as Steiner makes his way to the ring, accompanied by his pack of rabid tigers. Steiner looks intense and ready for action. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Scott Steiner and his pack of tigers. Steiner grabs a microphone and steps into the center of the ring, looking around at the crowd with a fierce expression. Scott Steiner. Listen up, you bunch of jabronis. I'm throwing out an open challenge for a dumpster match. Anyone who thinks they can take on Big Papa Pump, step up and get ready to be thrown in the trash where you belong. The crowd buzzes with excitement and anticipation as the arena goes silent for a moment. Suddenly, Mulder's theme music hits, and the crowd erupts into cheers as he makes his entrance. Steiner, you're about to face the truth, and the truth is, you're going down. Mulder steps into the ring, ready for the challenge. Just then, Donkey Lip's music hits, and the crowd gives a warm reaction as he makes his entrance. Hey, Steiner, you think you're tough? Let's see how tough you are against me. Donkey Lips enters the ring, joining Mulder. Eye Guy's music hits next, and the crowd reacts with curiosity as the bizarre character makes his entrance. Steiner, I've got my eye on you, and you're going to regret this challenge. Eye Guy steps into the ring, and the crowd's excitement builds. Swamp Thing's music hits, and the crowd cheers loudly as he makes his entrance. Steiner, you're going to get swallowed up by the swamp. Swamp Thing enters the ring, ready for action. Wile E. Coyote's music hits, and the crowd reacts with cheers as the silent but determined character makes his entrance. Wile E. Coyote doesn't speak, but stands ready to take on Steiner. Next, PN News music hits, and the crowd reacts with excitement as he makes his entrance. Yo, Steiner, it's time to drop the beat and drop you in the dumpster. PN News steps into the ring, looking confident. Kel Mitchell's music hits, and the crowd erupts into loud cheers as he makes his entrance. Aw, here it goes. Steiner, you're about to get served. Kel Mitchell enters the ring, ready to take on Steiner. Android 18's music hits next, and the crowd gives a loud reaction as she makes her entrance. Steiner, you're going to learn what true power is. Android 18 steps into the ring, looking fierce and ready for action. Finally, Magmar's music hits, and the crowd reacts with excitement as the fiery Pokemon makes its entrance. Magmar doesn't speak, but looks ready to battle. The ring is now filled with the rarely seen roster members, all ready to take on Scott Steiner in the open challenger match. All right, you bunch of wannabes, get ready to be thrown in the trash. Jim Ross. My God, this is going to be one chaotic match. Steiner's got his hands full tonight. Mr. Indeed, Jim, let's see if Steiner can back up his words. This dumpster match will take place right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere in the ring as the scene fades out for a commercial break, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for the dumpster match. Match 5, dumpster match. Scott Steiner versus Mulder versus Donkey Lips versus Eye Guy versus Swamp Thing versus Wile E. Coyote versus PN News versus Kel Mitchell versus Android 18 versus Magmar. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the highly anticipated dumpster match. The bell rings immediately as we come back from the commercial break, starting with a huge brawl involving all 10 competitors. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as chaos ensues in the ring. Here we go. The bell has rung, and it's absolute chaos in the ring. This is going to be a wild one. Let's see who can survive this dumpster match. All the competitors are exchanging blows, using the entire ring and ringside area as their battleground. Each character takes turns hitting their signature moves and finishers on Scott Steiner, trying to gain the upper hand. Mulder hits a high-flying move off the top rope, connecting with Steiner. Donkey Lips follows up with a powerful slam, and Eye Guy uses his multiple eyes to disorient Steiner before hitting a spinning kick. Jim Ross. These competitors are giving it their all. Everyone's trying to take down Steiner. Swamp Thing uses his swamp powers to ensnare Steiner briefly, while Wile E. Coyote sets up a comical yet effective trap, dropping an anvil on Steiner. PN News then drops a beat and a leg drop, and a P, while Kel Mitchell hits a high-energy flip onto Steiner. Steiner is taking a lot of punishment here. Can he come back from this? Android 18 steps up, ready to deliver her finisher, but just as she's about to hit Steiner, his tigers intervene. The rabid tigers enter the ring, causing absolute mayhem and wrecking everyone in their path. Jim Ross. My God, the tigers are in the ring. They're tearing everyone apart. Mister, this is absolute pandemonium. Someone needs to stop this. With the help of his tigers, Scott Steiner regains control of the match. He starts throwing each of his opponents into the dumpster one by one, with the tigers assisting in the process. The crowd is both shocked and thrilled by the chaos. Jim Ross. Steiner is throwing everyone into the dumpster. He's unstoppable with those tigers by his side. Steiner picks up Mulder and tosses him into the dumpster. Donkey Lips and Eye Guy try to fight back, but they're overpowered and thrown in as well. Swamp Thing and Wile E. Coyote meet the same fate, followed by PN News and Kel Mitchell. Android 18 and Magmar put up a fierce fight, but eventually they too are thrown into the dumpster by Steiner and his tigers. Mr. Feeney. Steiner is on a rampage. He's thrown everyone into the dumpster. Steiner stands tall in the ring, with the dumpster now filled with all 9 competitors. The crowd erupts into boos and cheers, reacting to the incredible spectacle they've just witnessed. Here is your winner, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner wins the dumpster match with the help of his tigers. What an unbelievable match. Mr. Feeney, Steiner, has proven once again why he's a force to be reckoned with, but at what cost? The camera captures Steiner standing triumphantly in the ring, his tigers by his side as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment. The audience is left buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Referee Chandler Bing. Chandler Bing makes his entrance, receiving loud cheers from the crowd. He steps into the ring, ready to officiate the match. Introducing the challengers, first from Chicago, Illinois, L.A. Beast. L.A. Beast makes his entrance, hyping up the crowd with his energetic demeanor. From Boston, Massachusetts, Norm Peterson. Norm Peterson, known as Norm from Cheers, makes his entrance, receiving a warm reaction from the crowd. And from Bluffington, Roger Klotz. Roger Klotz makes his entrance, looking cocky and confident. And finally, the reigning and defending 1412 competitive eating champion from New York City, Joey Tribbiani. Joey Tribbiani makes his entrance, holding the competitive eating championship belt high, receiving loud cheers from the crowd. This is going to be a unique match. Let's see who can out-eat the competition. Joey Tribbiani has been a dominant champion. Let's see if he can retain the title tonight. The competitors take their positions at the eating table, which is piled high with deviled eggs. Chandler Bing explains the rules before signaling for the match to begin. All right, everyone, on your marks, get set, eat. The bell rings and the competitors start devouring the deviled eggs. Joey Tribbiani takes an early lead, showcasing his impressive eating skills. L.A. Beast, Norm, and Roger Klotz try to keep up, but Joey's pace is relentless. Jim Ross. Tribbiani is off to a strong start. He's devouring those deviled eggs like there's no tomorrow. Mr. Feeney. The other competitors need to pick up the pace if they want to have a chance. The match continues with Joey maintaining his lead. L.A. Beast puts up a strong effort but Norm and Roger Klotz start to struggle. As the clock winds down, Joey pulls even further ahead. Chandler Bing. Time's almost up. Keep eating. With only seconds left, Joey finishes his last deviled egg, outlasting all his competitors. And time. Here is your winner, and still the 14-12 competitive eating champion, Joey Tribbiani. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Joey stands victorious, holding the competitive eating championship belt high. Joey Tribbiani retains the title. What an incredible performance. Mr. Feeney, Joey has proven once again why he's the champion. Post-match, the Wet Bandits storm the ring, beating up Chandler and demanding Marv's wallet back. Give us the wallet back, Bing. Yeah, hand it over. Joey, fired up because he loves deviled eggs, rushes to save Chandler. He takes down the Wet Bandits with a series of punches and kicks, sending them fleeing from the ring. Joey Tribbiani. Don't mess with my friends and don't mess with my deviled eggs. LA Beast then grabs a microphone, cutting a promo about 1996. You know, 1996 was a pretty cool year. We had the best snacks, the best shows, and the best memories. Let's bring back the good times. Roger Klotz, meanwhile, heads backstage, looking for trouble. He finds Woody and locks him in a locker, smirking as he walks away. What a chaotic scene. Joey retains his title, Chandler is saved, and Roger Klotz is up to no good. Mr. Feeney, this night has been full of surprises. What's next for 14-12 wrestling? The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 14-12 wrestling. Segment 10, Bars, Preparation, and Promo. The camera transitions backstage where Bars is seen preparing intensely for his World Championship defense. The room is dimly lit with training equipment scattered around. Bars is focused, shadowboxing, and getting ready for the brutal match ahead. Mr. Feeney. Up next, we have Bars preparing for his World Championship defense in a barbed wire exploding boiled eggs match. We're being told his opponent is a legend in the industry. Bars is as tough as they come, but this match is going to test his limits. The camera zooms in on Bars as he stops his training and grabs a microphone, looking directly into the camera with intensity. Tonight, I defend my World Championship in a barbed wire exploding boiled eggs match. They say my opponent is a legend. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care who it is. I'm ready to take on anyone and everyone. Bars paces back and forth, the intensity in his eyes growing. Scott Steiner, you think you're tough with your tigers and your trash talk? I've had enough of you. I'm going to put you in your place once and for all. And the inventor of boiled eggs, you think you can mess with me and get away with it? You're going to regret ever crossing my path. Clenches his fists, his anger evident. And Hulk Hogan, you've been politicking for another title shot. Well, you're not getting it, brother. You're done. Boiled eggs, chocolate ice cream, frosted cookies. I hate them all. And that random kid managed by Bobby Heenan, thinking he can just waltz in and demand title shots? Not on my watch. Bars points directly at the camera, his voice filled with determination. Bars, tonight, I'm going to show the world why I'm the world champion. I'm going to survive this match, and I'm going to destroy anyone who stands in my way. This is my time, and I'm not letting anyone take it from me. The camera captures Bars' intense expression as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment. The audience is left buzzing with anticipation for the upcoming match and Bars' fiery determination to retain his title. Match 7, World Championship Barbed Wire Exploding Boiled Eggs match, Bars C versus Elvis Presley. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the highly anticipated World Championship match. The crowd is buzzing with excitement, awaiting the surprise opponent for Bars. Suddenly, Elvis Presley's iconic music hits, and the crowd erupts into loud cheers as Elvis makes a grand entrance doing a full performance of Blue Suede Shoes. My God, it's Elvis Presley. What a surprise entrance for this championship match. The king of rock and roll is here to challenge Bars for the world championship. This is going to be incredible. Elvis finishes his performance and steps into the ring, acknowledging the roaring crowd. Bars, already in the ring, looks focused and determined. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a barbed wire exploding boiled eggs match, and it is for the 1412 World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The crowd erupts into loud cheers. And his opponent, the reigning and defending 1412 World Champion, Bars. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos as Bars raises his championship belt high. The referee explains the rules of the barbed wire, exploding boiled eggs match before signaling for the bell to ring. The intense championship match is underway. From the start, both competitors go at each other with ferocity. Elvis uses his agility and quick strikes to try and gain the upper hand, while Bars relies on his brute strength and brawling tactics. Jim Ross. Elvis is putting up a strong fight using his speed and agility, but Bars's power is undeniable. This is a clash of styles, and it's making for an incredible match. As the match progresses, both competitors exchange several near falls. Elvis hits a DDT on Bars, but Bars kicks out at 2. Bars counters with a powerful clothesline, but Elvis manages to kick out just before the 3 count. What a back-and-forth battle. Both men are giving it their all. The barbed wire and exploding boiled eggs come into play as the match intensifies. Bars uses the barbed wire to his advantage, whipping Elvis into the ropes and causing the explosive eggs to go off Mr. Feeney. Those exploding boiled eggs are a game changer. Bars is using them to his advantage. Elvis makes a comeback, hitting a series of punches and a high-flying move off the top rope, but Bars kicks out again. The crowd is on the edge of their seats with every near fall. The match reaches its climax as Bars sets up for his finishing move. He grabs Elvis and delivers a devastating powerbomb onto the barbed wire, causing more explosions from the boiled eggs. Bars goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, and still the 1412 World Champion, Bars. The crowd erupts into loud cheers and boos as Bars stands victorious, holding the World Championship belt high. The match has taken its toll on both competitors, but Bars emerges as the winner. What a brutal battle. Bars retains the title in one of the most intense matches we've ever seen. Mr. Feeney? Elvis put up an incredible fight, but Bars' resilience and strength proved too much. Post-match, Jeff Jarrett hits the ring and smashes his guitar over Elvis' head, knocking him out cold. Bars watches it happen, allowing it as he begins to celebrate his victory by eating a bowl of spinach dip with a spoon. Jim Ross. Jeff Jarrett just attacked Elvis with that guitar. What a despicable act. And Bars is just letting it happen. This is chaos. Just then, the inventor of boiled eggs sneaks out to the ring. He drops a boiled egg into Bars' spinach dip. Bars watches him do this, his face contorting with rage. Bars, what the hell do you think you're doing? Bars flips out, throwing the bowl of spinach dip and charging at the inventor of boiled eggs. The inventor quickly retreats, laughing maniacally as he escapes. Bars is furious. The inventor of boiled eggs is playing mind games with him, Mr. Feeney. This rivalry is far from over. Bars won't rest until he gets his hands on the inventor. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere as Bars stands in the ring, seething with anger. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 11, Woody's smear campaign and tag team tensions. The camera transitions backstage where Woody is seen talking to various wrestlers and staff members, continuing his smear campaign against Magikarp. He's animated and passionate, spreading rumors with fervor. Woody, I'm telling you, Magikarp is behind all the recent chaos involving Tyrannosatan. Think about it. He's always splashing around, causing trouble. It makes perfect sense. Woody's pal, Eric Matthews, nods in agreement, looking concerned. You know, Woody, you might be right. Magikarp always seemed a bit fishy to me. And speaking of fishy, when am I getting my title shot? You promised. Commissioner Rita Repulsa, who is nearby, overhears the conversation and bursts into laughter. Title shot? You? Don't make me laugh even harder, Eric. Eric looks confused and turns to Woody, seeking clarification. Woody, why is she laughing? You said you could get me a title shot. Woody looks uncomfortable, realizing he's been caught in his lie. He hesitates before responding. Eric, about that, I might have stretched the truth a bit. I don't actually have the power to get you a title shot. Eric's expression changes from confusion to anger. You lied to me, Woody. I trusted you. Before Woody can respond, Buzz Lightyear storms onto the scene, furious. That's it, Woody. I've had enough of your lies and schemes. Buzz. Buzz attacks Woody, tackling him to the ground. The two tag team champions engage in a fierce brawl, with Buzz clearly having the upper hand. My God, Buzz Lightyear is attacking his own tag team partner. This is absolute chaos. Mr. Feeney, Woody's deceit has finally caught up to him. Buzz is not holding back. The camera captures the intense brawl between Woody and Buzz as other wrestlers and officials rush to break them up. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with shock and anticipation for what's next in 1412 Wrestling. Segment 12, six-man tag team match, Team Earthworm Jim versus Team Harley Kiner. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the highly anticipated six-man tag team match. The crowd is buzzing with excitement as the competitors prepare for the intense showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a six-man tag team match. Introducing first Team Earthworm Jim, consisting of Earthworm Jim, Psychro, and Gossamer. The crowd erupts into cheers as Earthworm Jim, Psychro, and Gossamer make their entrance. They step into the ring, ready for action. And their opponents, Team Harley Kiner, consisting of Harley Kiner, Miss Piggy, and Chuck Norris. The crowd gives a mix of cheers and boos as Harley Kiner, Miss Piggy, and Chuck Norris make their entrance. They step into the ring, looking determined. This is going to be a clash of personalities and styles. Let's see who comes out on top. With Chuck Norris on one side and Earthworm Jim on the other, this match is going to be explosive. The referee explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the bell to ring. The intense six-man tag team match is underway. From the start, the action is fast-paced and chaotic, with each team member showcasing their unique skills and abilities. Earthworm Jim and Harley Kiner start the match, exchanging blows and high-impact moves. Jim Ross. Earthworm Jim and Harley Kiner are going at it. This is a fierce battle. Miss Piggy tags in and takes on Psychro, using her martial arts skills to gain the upper hand. Gossamer then tags in and uses his size and strength to dominate Miss Piggy. Gossamer is using his power to control the match. Miss Piggy is in trouble. The match continues with several back-and-forth exchanges, each team member getting their moment to shine. Chuck Norris tags in and delivers a series of powerful kicks, taking down Earthworm Jim and Psychro. Chuck Norris is cleaning house. His kicks are devastating. As the match reaches its climax, Earthworm Jim hits the Earthworm Slam on Harley Kiner, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Here are your winners, Team Earthworm Jim. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Team Earthworm Jim stands victorious in the ring. Earthworm Jim celebrates, but the celebration is cut short. Earthworm Jim's team wins the match. What a victory. Mr. Feeney. But wait, something's happening. Post-match, Psychro suddenly attacks Earthworm Jim, kicking him out of Team Earthworm Jim. The crowd is shocked by the betrayal. Psychro, you're out of Team Earthworm Jim. I've had enough of you holding me back. The crowd boos as Psychro stands over a fallen Earthworm Jim, severing their partnership. Meanwhile, Chuck Norris, visibly frustrated with Harley Kiner's constant losses, delivers a knockout punch to Harley, knocking him out cold. Psychro just kicked Earthworm Jim out of his own team, and Chuck Norris has had enough of Harley Kiner's losing streak. Mr. Feeney, this is absolute chaos. Friendships and alliances are crumbling before our eyes. The camera captures the intense and chaotic atmosphere in the ring as the scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 Wrestling. Segment 13. Hulk Hogan demands revenge. The camera transitions back to the arena where the crowd is buzzing with anticipation. Hulk Hogan's music hits and the crowd erupts into cheers as Hogan limps to the ring, clearly still feeling the effects of the earlier ambush. Announcer, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hulk Hogan. Hogan grabs a microphone and steps into the center of the ring, looking furious. Listen up, brother. Iron Sheik and Gary Busey, you picked the wrong guy to mess with. I demand revenge for what you did to me earlier. Get out here right now. The crowd cheers in support of Hogan as he paces back and forth in the ring, waiting for a response. Suddenly, Iron Sheik and Gary Busey appear on the entrance ramp, smirking and ready for another ambush. Hogan, you jabroni! We're not done with you yet. Before Iron Sheik and Gary Busey can reach the ring, they are blindsided by an unlikely ally, Shaq. The crowd goes wild as Shaq makes his entrance, taking out both Sheik and Busey with a series of big kicks. My God, it's Shaq! Shaq is here to save Hulk Hogan. Mr. Feeney. What a shocking turn of events. Shaq is taking out Iron Sheik and Gary Busey. Shaq delivers a powerful kick to Iron Sheik, sending him crashing to the floor. He then turns his attention to Gary Busey, delivering another big kick that takes Busey down. The crowd is on their feet, cheering for Shaq's unexpected intervention. You two picked the wrong guy to mess with. Shaq and I are coming for you. Hulk Hogan, now standing beside Shaq, looks at his unlikely ally with gratitude. That's right, brother. You messed with the wrong guy, and now you've got Shaq and the Hulkster to deal with. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Hogan and Shaq stand tall in the ring, united against their common enemies. What an incredible alliance. Shaq and Hulk Hogan together are a force to be reckoned with. Mr. Feeney. Iron Sheik and Gary Busey, better watch out. This is far from over. The camera captures the intense and electrifying atmosphere as Hogan and Shaq raise their fists in triumph, the scene fading out and transitioning to the next segment. The audience is left buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 14, Sword Fighting Championship, Lady Gaga, C, versus Nikki Bella versus Santa Claus. The camera transitions back to the arena where the ring is set for the Sword Fighting Championship match. The crowd is buzzing with excitement as the competitors prepare for the intense showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat sword fighting match for the 1412 Sword Fighting Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Scottsdale, Arizona, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella makes her entrance, receiving a loud reaction from the crowd as she confidently walks to the ring. And the second challenger from the North Pole, Santa Claus. Santa Claus makes his entrance, spreading holiday cheer as he heads to the ring, but with a determined look in his eyes. And their opponent, the reigning and defending 1412 sword fighting champion, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga makes her dramatic entrance, accompanied by flashes of lightning and bursts of smoke. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos as she steps into the ring, holding the sword fighting championship high. Mr. Feeney. This is going to be an interesting match. Let's see if Lady Gaga can retain her title. With Nikki Bella and Santa Claus in the mix, anything can happen. The referee explains the rules to the competitors before signaling for the bell to ring. The intense sword fighting match is underway. From the start, all three competitors engage in a fierce battle, using their swords to try and gain the upper hand. Nikki Bella uses her agility and strength to deliver quick strikes, while Santa Claus uses his surprising agility and swordsmanship skills to keep up with his younger opponents. Santa Claus is showing some impressive moves here. He's not just about holiday cheer. Mr. Feeney, Nikki Bella is holding her own as well. This is anyone's match. As the match progresses, Lady Gaga uses her cunning and witchcraft to gain the upper hand, casting spells to disorient her opponents. Just as the match reaches its peak, Jim Duggan's music hits, and the crowd erupts into loud cheers as Duggan runs to the ring, wielding 4. Here comes Jim Duggan with his 2x4. What is he doing here? Mr. Feeney, this is chaos. Duggan is going to interfere in this match. Duggan enters the ring and starts hitting everyone with his 2x4, causing absolute mayhem. Nikki Bella, Santa Claus, and Lady Gaga are all knocked down by Duggan's powerful strikes. The crowd is on their feet, reacting to the chaos in the ring. Amidst the confusion, Lady Gaga uses her witchcraft to cast a spell on the referee, causing him to call for the bell. Ring the bell. Here is your winner, and still the 1412 sword fighting champion, Lady Gaga. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Lady Gaga stands victorious, holding the sword fighting championship high. Lady Gaga retains the title, but not without controversy. This match was absolute chaos. Mr. Jim Duggan's interference and Gaga's spellcasting changed the course of this match. Lady Gaga celebrates her victory, casting one last spell to create a dramatic exit. Nikki Bella and Santa Claus are left in the ring, recovering from Duggan's attack. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's next in 1412 wrestling. Segment 15, Mr. Feeney. The camera transitions back to the commentary table where Mr. Feeney is standing, ready to close out the chaotic episode. The crowd is still buzzing from the night's events. Tonight was a night of unprecedented chaos, but 1412 Wrestling will continue to bring you the most unpredictable and entertaining wrestling action. We've seen alliances crumble, unexpected returns, and fierce battles for championship gold. Mr. Feeney pauses, letting the energy of the crowd settle. Mr. Feeney, until next time, stay safe and stay entertained. Elvira, still at the commentary table, smirks. Pauly Shore, you're trash! The crowd reacts with laughter as Pauly Shore, who was earlier arrested, is now the subject of Elvira's parting words. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time on 1412 Wrestling. As the cameras to pan away, we cut to a backstage segment. Kevin McAllister is seen setting up a series of elaborate traps reminiscent of his antics in Home Alone. He carefully places marbles on the floor, rigs paint cans on strings, and sets up a blowtorch near a doorway. Allie and AJ are seen walking down the hallway, completely unaware of what's about to happen. Allie, I think we need to talk to Commissioner Repulsa about our match earlier. Yeah, that interference was. Suddenly, Allie and AJ slip on the marbles, triggering the traps. Paint cans swing down, narrowly missing them, but causing them to duck and fall into the path of the blowtorch, which singes their hair. What? It's a trap! The camera captures Kevin McAllister watching from a safe distance, smirking with satisfaction as Allie and AJ fall for each trap in succession. The crowd in the arena roars with laughter and applause. Kevin McAllister strikes again. Strikes again. What a way to end the show. Mr. Feeney. A fitting end to a night of chaos. The camera fades to black as the credits start to roll, leaving the audience eagerly anticipating the next episode of 1412 Wrestling.